Imagine waking up with a pain so intense that just standing up feels, frankly, entirely impossible. Your stomach twists. Your lower back aches with this dull, heavy throb. Your legs literally feel like lead, and a wave of dizziness washes right over you. Sometimes it brings on intense nausea. For some, it even leads to fainting. Well, welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going on a cinematic dive straight into the human body to uncover the absolute biological reality of period pain.
Despite that severe physical reality we just described, the twisting stomachs, the heavy legs, the total exhaustion, society often throws out this incredibly dismissive phrase. You've probably heard it, it's just a period. It kind of minimizes a systemic, full-body event into something trivial. But why do some experience only mild discomfort, while others face truly unbearable, life-altering pain every single month? Is it really just a period?
Okay, let's dive into this and transition away from the societal myth. Section 1. The reality of period pain. Why exactly does it hurt so much?
It isn't weakness, it isn't imagination, and it absolutely isn't being dramatic. The intense pain experienced every month is rooted entirely in science and biology. It's a very real physical process, and to truly understand it, we need to meet the microscopic trigger behind it all.
Section 2. Meet the main culprit, the microscopic trigger. To find what's responsible for this monthly chaos, let's mentally zoom all the way down to the cellular level.
Meet prostaglandins. Think of these as tiny, but honestly incredibly bossy chemical messengers. When a period begins, these messengers deliver one strict command to the uterus: remove the old lining. But here's the catch. The uterus can't simply open a trapdoor and let the lining fall out. To follow this command, it has to squeeze, it has to contract forcefully again and again and again.
And this creates a biological chain reaction that causes cramps. Step 1, the prostaglandins cue the uterus. Step 2, the muscles contract. But step 3 is where the magic, or actually scratch that, the misery happens. Those strong, repeated contractions physically compress the blood vessels in the uterine wall, which temporarily reduces blood flow. This brings us to step 4. Just like any muscle in your body that suddenly receives less oxygen, it starts to scream in pain. That temporary oxygen deprivation is the direct mechanical cause of menstrual cramps.
This brilliantly illustrates why every single body is totally different. For some, a body producing only a small amount of prostaglandins experiences mild contractions. Oxygen levels stay relatively normal, leading to just mild discomfort. But consider the flip side. If a body produces high amounts of these chemical messengers, it equals stronger, much more violent contractions. That severely cuts off the oxygen supply to the muscle, resulting in severe, debilitating pain. It's just a direct chemical equation.
But as we know, periods don't just hurt the uterus, right? It often feels like the entire lower half of the body is under attack. Which begs the question, why does the pain spread so far beyond its source?
The answer lies in the body's wiring. The nerves supplying the uterus aren't isolated. They're deeply interconnected with nearby nerve networks all throughout the pelvis. When the uterus is screaming in pain from those intense contractions, your brain can easily misinterpret or spread out those signals. Suddenly, you aren't just feeling uterine pain. The pain is shooting down these interconnected pathways. It's throbbing in your lower back, radiating through your hips, and traveling down your thighs, making your legs feel achy and incredibly heavy.
But the uterus and the nerves are really just the beginning. Section 3. Beyond the uterus. Let's look at the systemic fallout.
Here's a surprising biological fact for you. Prostaglandins do not have a GPS that limits them to just the uterus. They enter the bloodstream and they travel, which means they also hit the stomach and the intestines. This explains the massive digestive impact. It's exactly why some experience nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and a total loss of appetite. The digestive system is literally being squeezed by the same chemicals squeezing the uterus. And then there's the energy impact, the dizziness, the cold sweats, and the fainting. It really is a full-body event.
If you've ever wondered why someone might feel completely wiped out or even faint, it's due to compounding biological factors. It's never just one thing. Blood loss lowers iron levels over time. The sheer endurance of dealing with intense pain actively drains your energy reserves. Add in sudden, drastic hormone shifts, and for some, the severe pain actually triggers a temporary, dangerous drop in blood pressure. It is essentially a perfect storm for total body exhaustion.
We've talked about why normal pain happens, but we need to talk about Section 4, when pain is not normal. Recognizing the warning signs of when pain crosses a line.
So the crucial point is this:
Pain is common, but unbearable, life-stopping pain should never, ever be ignored. If the pain hits these warning signs, if it's stopping you from going to school or work, if you literally cannot walk, if you are fainting, or if you are vomiting every single month, that is your body waving a massive red flag.
Because those severe warning signs could point directly to underlying medical conditions like endometriosis, adenomyosis, or uterine fibroids. These are real, diagnosable, and most importantly, treatable conditions. We absolutely need to destigmatize this entirely. No one should ever feel embarrassed to seek medical advice for symptoms that disrupt their life.
Moving on to Section 5, the Islamic perspective. Let's look at how historical and cultural validation recognized this biological reality centuries ago.
Over 1,400 years ago, the Qur'an described menstruation with absolute clarity, using this phrase, a state of discomfort. What's so remarkable here is what's absent. The text never calls women weak, it never dismisses them or treats them as less valuable. It simply states a profound biological truth with dignified reverence.
Building on that, we see how this acknowledgement translates into practice, because Islam recognizes this immense systemic physical toll, the muscle contractions, the spreading pain, the energy drain we just explored scientifically. Women are formally excused from the physical demands of daily prayers and fasting during menstruation. It's a profound 1,400-year-old historical validation of the exact biology we've been unpacking today.
Bringing it all together now, Section 6, not just a period. Let's pull back and look at the sheer biological reality of what happens inside the body every single month.
Inside the body, powerful muscles are fiercely contracting, basically cutting off their own oxygen. Hormones are wildly shifting. Blood vessels are constricting and reacting. The immune system is on high alert, and the nervous system is actively firing pain signals into the brain, the back, and the legs. For millions of women, this is the everyday reality. It completely dismantles that dismissive myth. It's not imagination. It is intense, undeniable biology.
Which brings us to an incredibly empowering question to leave you with. If all of this is a chemical and biological reaction, can we influence it? Can the right foods actually reduce this weakness and stifle those pain-causing prostaglandins? And what common dietary mistakes make these symptoms so much worse? Well, that is exactly what we're going to uncover in Part 3 of this Explainer series. You definitely won't want to miss it.